keep this going. If y'all ready to have a good time, see the next comic, I want you to say, damn right, Slim.
Damn right, Slim.
Got the energy, yes. All right, keep it going, my man. Two-time semi-finalist at Acme Comedy Club, funniest person contest, Mr. Atul Patel.
Great to have some fans already. I love it. So my name's Atul, but on St. Patrick's Day it's O'Toole. So it's perfect. Usually just ignorant people call me that. And I'm like, do I really look Irish? Does my breath smell like alcohol? Usually doesn't. But you might recognize me because I might look like a cross between Ray Romano and John Lovitz. But actually, it's from my YouTube channel. It's from my YouTube channel, which is kind of a big deal. I have over 200 subscribers. So, thank you, ma'am, for subscribing. Your appreciation certificate is in the mail. So great. But a little bit about me. My life is based on a true story. And my hobbies include jaywalking and breaking stereotypes. That's why I'm here. I was actually born in India, and I came to the U.S. when I was 4 months old. That's when I lost my accent. I can still do one, but I do not use it unless it is absolutely necessary. Like when I want the tech support guys to understand me.
Oh,
wow. But just so you know, this, even though I was born in India, this comedy is tariff-free. Oh, wait, what's that? What? It is? Wait, there is a tariff? No, sorry. 20%. We're going to charge you on your way out the door. I apologize. Not my fault, just the way things are these days. But I'm a little concerned, with the whole mass deportation stuff. Even though I'm a citizen, they might try to deport me. The upside is that I might get a free trip to India to visit my extended family. And I might wear a Columbia t-shirt, so they give me a free trip to Columbia. I just hope they let me back in. Let's see, I used to be an engineer, but I was never a typical engineer. I worked for the car company called Saturn, remember? Different kind of car company. Well, I was a different kind of engineer because I actually could pick out my own clothes. I danced, and I liked talking to people. So that was kind of unique. But that label never leaves you. Like, once you're an engineer, you're always an engineer, even though I'm a product manager now, until I got laid off about a month ago. So now I'm a full-time stand-up comedian. But the job interview process is tough, and I'm a product manager, which means I manage products, and I'm thinking, it's always annoying, you gotta act excited about the job or the product. So somewhere there's somebody interviewing for a product manager role for colonoscopes, who has to pretend to be excited about colonoscopies. And says, I'm really passionate about colonoscopies. I want to improve the world with better colonoscopes.
Fuck off.
We have colonoscopy fans back here. It's very important you get one. I know a lot of doctors because I'm Indian. But I moved to Minnesota because I have an affinity for passive-aggressive people, and my favorite color is white. That's for the snow and ice, of course. White people get really uptight about that joke. It's kind of funny. But I like white people. That's why I'm here. But I figured out that people in the area are about 10% non-white, 70% white, and 20% whiter. Those are the people who go ice fishing. And they go to the state fair 3 times a year. But I travel quite a bit, and I realize that the whiter a city is, the better a dancer people there think I am. So in New York City, I'm a beginner. In Minneapolis, I'm advanced. And in Chaska, I'm an instructor. But it's funny because I'm 100% Indian, and I grew up with all my friends that were like one half German, 1/4 Swedish, 1/16 Native American. I think that's how you all reproduced. Your grandpas would seduce your grandmas with fractions. And you'd say things like, "Hey honey, let's go make a 1/4 Norwegian baby tonight." It worked pretty well around here. But I can't get used to Minnesota English. I mean, I'm from Cleveland, which is the eastern Midwest, and you guys say things that don't make sense. Like, I'm gonna borrow you $20, which is the exact opposite of what the word borrow means. And then you say parking ramp instead of parking garage, like most of the world. I just don't know if you know that. But the worst one is duck, duck, gray duck. We call it duck, duck, goose. And duck, duck, gray duck is either racist or ageist or both. So.
Only in Minnesota.
I'm kidding. But it's hard getting used to drivers here. I posted a comment on Instagram about how people here don't accelerate fast enough to get on the highway, like they do in other states I live. See, the transplants know. Like other states I lived in, Ohio, New York, Michigan, people step on it, right? So a guy commented from Minnesota, he wrote, "Why don't you go back to Ohio, New York, or Michigan?" And I'm like, that's refreshing. He only asked me to leave the state. He didn't tell me to go back to my country. So he's either mildly racist or he's statist. I don't know. That was kind of funny. But I'm vegetarian because I'm philosophically allergic to meats. And I get a lot of flack for that. We have some nerds in the crowd. I like it. I have a lot of nerdy humor. But I participate in animal rescue every day when I don't eat meat, so that's kind of my joke. Whatever. I love all but it's annoying when I go to a restaurant and I get a veggie burger. They always give you like salad or something on the side. It's like, I want fries with that, damn it. I'm not on a diet. I mean, it look like I need one, but that's different. But you know, people always say, "Oh, you know, you're so skinny and weak when you're vegetarian." But I have this vegetarian friend who's huge. I mean, he can kick all your asses. He's an elephant, so I only see him at the zoo. But you know, some people like dogs, I like elephants. And because I'm vegetarian, I'm not a big fan of hunting, because I think it's not fair that, you know, the hunter has a weapon and the animal doesn't. But if I did have to hunt deer, I definitely do catch and release. I think that would be very nice. Very nice. Okay, this is my miscellaneous portion of the show, which with some new jokes, so they might suck. So bear with me.
Let's do it!
Who here is a morning person? Oh, annoying. Gosh, I can't stand morning people. They're always the ones at work, like waiting to see when everybody else comes in at work, and then they get all judgy about when you show up, right?
So judgy.
But it's like, but there's nothing fun that happens in the morning. All the fun stuff happens at night, right? Except for maybe morning sex or something, but that's, you know, occasional. But
Wow, Brian.
But I'm kind of a coffee snob, so I do pour over coffee when I can. I mean, I am liberal, so you know, it goes with that. But it's kind of ironic that to wake up, I have to be motivated by drinking coffee. So I call coffee liquid motivation. So you should try that one. But I think the new, you know, people used to say I'm cool. Well, the new thing about that is like people saying they smoke pot. That's like people saying you think you're cool, but that doesn't make you cool, right? Just because you smoke pot. And I never smoke pot. Alcohol is my drug of choice. And I'm not saying I'm cool, because like I don't have any tattoos or anything. And ironically, I'm not motivated enough to get tattoos. Because they're painful when you get them, and they're even more painful when they get faded, old, and wrinkly, and out of style. People hate me for that joke more than any other joke. It's hilarious. But I like people with tattoos too. Let's see. But you know how people like boast about having a degree Well, when your doctor says they have a medical degree, I think you should check what their grades were, because if you think about it, if somebody has a C average, that means in every class they only learn 70% of what they're supposed to know, right? So I think we should have a little thing on the degree that says what your grades were, because I don't want my doctor who only knows like 50% of what he's supposed to know. That's my Indian background, where I'm supposed to get the grades. So these are the crappy new jokes. But I figured out a way to avoid falling asleep when I drive. I text. So that works out pretty well. But I don't think texting and driving is going to kill me. I think trying to fix my spelling and grammar while texting is what's going to kill me. You know what I'm talking about? When you try to perfect the message, that's what gets me into trouble. She gets it. Are you a grammar Nazi? Yes. You like Scrabble too? Yeah. I don't know how much time I have, but I can tell you my spelling bee story later. But let's go into 5 minutes. All right, I'll do my dating jokes. You guys will like these. So, I talked to my psychic the other day, and I found out that my aura is on the spectrum. It's ultraviolet because most women don't see me. But it's rough. It's rough. You see me? You see me? But it's rough being a guy dating. I mean, we don't get the benefit of those acronyms like BBW. Right? We should get SHM, scrawny, handsome man. And instead of strong, independent woman, we should get weak, dependent man. I think that's only fair. But it's also rough because we don't get to use hormones as an excuse for our behavior, like PMS. But guys get something similar. I call PSS, pre-sexual syndrome. It's what happens when we go for long periods of time without getting any action. And it makes us do all kinds of crazy things like date annoying women. And it's rough. I mean, I get it a lot, and Motrin doesn't help at all. So. But you know, there's the dating app Bumble. Is anybody on Bumble? Yeah, Matt, Bumble, does that work? Well, that dating app doesn't work so well for me, so I created ideas for new apps based on Bumble. One's called Rumble, that's for violent people. So it's good, you can prepare ahead of time. Then there's one called Cumble, which we don't talk about, but that one's exciting. And my favorite one is Humble. That's for women who don't all think they're 10s. Oh, the guys like that one. And when women ask where are all the good men, they're all below 5'10" of altitude. That's the secret. But you know, sometimes women will make fun of short guys, and they call us short kings. Well, I think that gives us the right to call them pudgy princesses. It's only fair, right? Let's see. I'll end up with these three. So, you know when you have an empty hand sanitizer bottle? That's actually a COVID trap. So, make sure you avoid that. I like how different people like different jokes. And most people don't like most of them. But whatever. But I've learned from TV, watching a lot of TV, that I need to start taking more prescription medication. Because I watch all those commercials where people are having a great time, dancing around, managing businesses. I mean, I don't care if one of the side effects is death, because at least I'll die happy. The other thing I learned from watching TV commercials is that if I change my insurance company, my life will become a lot funnier. So, all right, thanks everybody. My name's Atul Patel.
Keep it going for Atul, y'all. Atul Patel. I told you he wasn't here to do no IT work. But he sure do talk to you like the guy in the IT room knows. Because he has funny shit to say. Usually the guy in the IT room is talking about, like, you know,